Cancer. Welcome. Thanks so much for tuning into my channel, The Fool's Journey Tarot. You are watching a general love reading for the sign of Cancer for the last week of October. This is a general love reading, and of course that means that it can apply to any kind of relationship situation or circumstance that you might be dealing with. Be flexible with the energy. You can interchange the roles within the reading, which means you can be represented by any of the characters that may show up in the cards, regardless of the gender of the cards or your own gender. Parts of the reading may resonate for you, other parts may not. You might feel like I'm reading for you. You could feel like you're cross-watching for somebody else that you're dealing with. I hope that you enjoy the reading. I also hope that it resonates. And more importantly, I hope that you get something out of it. So I hope that maybe you have some feelings that are confirmed. Maybe you feel like you get some kind of advice. Maybe you receive some information that you didn't know that helps you move forward within a situation or connection. Whatever the case may be, I hope that this reading is worth your while and beneficial to you. So we're going to get started. Cancer, after a couple more shuffles. If you are brand new to my channel, welcome. Thanks for tuning in. You can find more specific information regarding my readings and my videos in the description box below, including the names of the decks and their creators. So have a look there if you care to. I want to say a big thank you to any returning viewers out there. I really appreciate your support. My channel is growing slowly but surely, and I'm really enjoying the work, and I'm enjoying watching my channel grow. I appreciate all the comments. I appreciate when you subscribe. I appreciate likes. All of that helps my channel and supports me greatly. So thank you so much. Let's go ahead and get started, Cancer. I'll give this deck one more reshuffle. And then let's see what's up for Cancer. Last week of October 2020. Here we go. We're going to start off with the Magician, paired with the Page of Wands. The Devil, Queen of Pentacles, the Hierophant, the Nine of Wands, the Star in reverse, and the Five of Swords. Okay, Cancer. We have a Queen of Pentacles on the table. The Queen of Pentacles is typically kind of a maternal energy, so I want to remind my male viewers, you can embody this kind of energy. Don't get stuck on the fact that it's a queen. But this is typically the maternal type energy. So somebody who cares for others, puts others first, somebody who's hardworking, somebody who's very loyal, compassionate, loving, grounded, dependable, and reliable. So the fact that she's paired here with the Devil is interesting. So this Queen of Pentacles could be your energy, Cancer, or somebody that you are dealing with. Let's get some more cards out here before we look any further into what this message is. We have Strength, Two of Cups, the Knight of Swords in reverse, the Six of Pentacles in reverse, the Ten of Cups in reverse, the Moon in reverse, the Seven of Swords in reverse, and then we have Temperance. So this reading applies to a specific relationship, a connection. I believe it's with this Queen of Pentacles. And it's a specific connection. You may have heard some news regarding this connection or regarding this person that you're dealing with. There's an indication here that there's some kind of conflict or some kind of fight that either can't be avoided or needs to happen. Maybe it's a confrontation where there's an expected fight or an expected conflict. Could have to do with dealing with something from the past or making things right with regard to something that occurred in the past. I just get the feeling that for whatever reason there's an expected conflict or confrontation or battle or fight, but it's necessary. I think this Queen of Pentacles is the person who's on the receiving end of the Seven of Swords. So there's something toxic surrounding her, or some kind of shenanigans surrounding this Queen of Pentacles. There could have been some deception within a relationship, or someone trying to get away with something, or someone keeping something from this person. But I feel like she's on the receiving end of that Seven of Swords. There's a sense of being treated unfairly or not being treated right. This feels like it's possibly something that is going to happen in the future. I don't feel like this is something that has happened. So it's possible it has already happened for you, Cancer, but for whatever reason I get the feeling like there's an event that is going to happen in the future that involves some kind of confrontation, some kind of battle, fight, argument, conflict, and it's with regard to making things right or addressing something that occurred in the past that affected this Queen of Pentacles. I just get the sense with this Devil energy, with this Queen of Pentacles, there's something lingering here that hasn't been resolved yet. So that's something that needs to transpire. Let's get some more cards out here for Cancer and see what else we get. Judgment in reverse. King of Swords. Page of Wands again. The Fool. The Empress in reverse. Three of Pentacles in reverse. The Queen of Wands. And then we have the Six of Wands in reverse. So we have a King of Swords and a Queen of Wands on the table. This King of Swords is the one who has information or is communicating, I think, regarding a connection, and I think it's the connection between this Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Wands. I think these are two separate people. So there's some kind of communication or message being delivered or news being received regarding this connection between these two queens. And I think this King of Swords is the one who's in the know. So this King of Swords is coming off as this Magician, King of Swords individual, somebody who has a lot of power, someone who might be in a position of authority, someone who has the ability to make things happen, someone who's in a very strong position. And I feel like there is some news being received or some information being gathered or delivered or some kind of situation being addressed regarding this connection. And I feel like this King of Swords is the one who has the information, or he's making things, he's the one who's making things known or bringing things out in the open, addressing a situation where someone was wronged in the past. It's possible this Queen of Wands is the one who's responsible for the wrongdoing. I think this person is also the one anticipating some kind of confrontation or conflict. This could be a workplace situation. I feel like these two, at least in the past, worked together or collaborated together, or there was some kind of connection between the two of them, or it was a working relationship. It could, this could be any type of relationship with these two queens. Family dynamic. It could be friends, colleagues, co-workers, intimate partner. I don't feel like these two are communicating right now. And the reason is because of some kind of Seven of Swords energy. Something needs to be made right before this connection is made right. I think that's the intention of this King of Swords. So this King of Swords could potentially be a mediator, for example, or maybe a lawyer, or someone who is acting on behalf. I feel like he's acting on behalf of this Queen of Wands. He might be delivering information or communication on behalf of this Queen of Wands to this Queen of Pentacles. There's possibly, this possibly could be news of a new start or a new beginning. But I think that this Queen of Pentacles right now is skeptical. She's like, you know what? I'm not getting involved in this again. I'm still dealing with what happened in the past. And I still feel like I was treated unfairly, and I don't think that she is ready or willing to jump back into a new beginning or entertaining the idea of reestablishing a connection or having a new start, because I think something from the past has not been resolved. And this Queen of Pentacles, she feels entitled to that opinion. She feels entitled to that perspective. Like, there is a lack of trust. I'm not going to put any energy into this relationship, and rightfully so, because there's still some things that haven't been addressed or resolved from the past. This Queen of Wands is not hopeful. I don't think this Queen of Wands feels like if she were to be the one to approach this Queen of Pentacles, that there would be a positive outcome regarding communication or reconciliation. So I do feel like this King of Swords is instrumental with regard to getting involved in whatever needs to happen in this relationship to make amends or to make things right. But I get the feeling like this Queen of Wands in particular is anticipating a conflict, a fight, a confrontation, but it feels like it's almost something that I said this from the beginning. It feels like something that has to happen. So maybe these two need to rehash the past and hear each other out, maybe fight it out a little bit. I just get the feeling like there is this need for, or once things come out in the open or once things are cleared up, there will be some anticipation of some kind of conflict or fight or disagreements or inability to communicate effectively. I just feel like there's something heavy that needs to be worked through. And it's unlikely with something this heavy that there won't be some kind of conflict along the way to resolution. Does that make sense, Cancer? It's too big for there not to be some bumps in the road on the way toward, hopefully, resolution within this relationship. Feels like a significant relationship for these two queens, Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Wands. Let's get some more cards on the table and see what else we get for Cancer. There's Temperance again, clarifying strength. And then we have the Nine of Pentacles. King of Cups. Two of Swords in reverse. Queen of Swords. Queen of Pentacles in reverse this time. Hermit. And then the Eight of Pentacles. So this Queen of Swords and Queen of Pentacles. I feel like the Queen of Swords is someone who is communicating or speaking to this Queen of Pentacles. King of Swords, I feel like these could be lawyers, this Queen of Swords, King of Swords. These could be mediators or people who are communicating on behalf of these other two people, these two other queens. I feel like there is, I do definitely feel like this king and queen could potentially be people who are coming into the mix to help or to assist with regard to this connection or this conflict from the past. I feel like it's necessary because it's possible that if these two queens have tried to collaborate or come together in the past or communicate together, it hasn't gone well. I don't think that this Queen of Pentacles knows everything she needs to know. I think that's part of the problem with this connection, is that there's some things still to be revealed, or some information that's still not out in the open. And that's what's going to cause the problem, the potential confrontation or fight. There's still some unknown information here. I think this Queen of Swords is communicating with this Queen of Pentacles, and I think she's probably advising her to maintain keep her guard up, maintain some caution with regard to this connection or communication. Because when things are revealed, when things are exposed, when more information comes to light regarding the Seven of Swords energy that I think this Queen of Wands is responsible for, this Queen of Pentacles is going to feel targeted again, or victimized, or feel treated unfairly. She's been treated unfairly, and I think she's going to continue to feel like, you know what, now that I found out even more information, this is even more hurtful. I feel like there's even more of a reason for me to maintain my distance, to stay on guard, to avoid communication. I think that this is a situation where both parties went their own way, because that's what was necessary in the past, but there's some kind of desire for a new beginning or a new start. But things from the past need to be addressed first and resolved. And that's where this King and Queen of Swords come into play. The King of Swords and the Queen of Wands are the ones who are making the effort, bringing forth the information, the ones who are taking action. And this Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, are on the receiving end. So they're the one receiving the information, or getting ready to communicate, standing guard, feeling cautious. They know it's coming. There's this understanding that there's some communication or some desire to come together to work on what occurred in the past. Let's get this last round out for you, Cancer, and see what else we get. Knight of Wands. King of Swords again, this time in reverse. The Empress again in reverse. Knight of Swords, this time in the upright position. The Star in reverse again. Eight of Swords. Justice. And then the Seven of Cups in reverse. Okay, Cancer, this is an interesting story. I think there's a lot going on here. I'm going to go through these cards one more time, and then we'll pull a Dreams of Gaia tarot card. So this Queen of Pentacles Empress energy, she's come out twice in reverse. This person is not entertaining the idea of a reconciliation with this Queen of Wands. This person is not feeling good about the situation at all. She's not ready to put any energy forth into this connection. She feels like she was wronged in the past. She feels like she was treated unfairly. And she's in the process of working through this right now. She's definitely dwelling in some shadow energy. There's this King of Cups down here, which is kind of confusing me. This little card all by himself, this King of Cups. So this could be a third-party situation, possibly, but this King of Cups is part of the equation with regard to whatever occurred that this Queen of Pentacles feels was unfair. He is part of the situation. This Queen of Swords, I'm using this example as though these Queen of Swords, King of Swords, they could be mediators or lawyers, for example, especially if this is a legal issue, and I feel like this could potentially be a legal issue for some of you. So you could have these lawyers or mediators involved in this situation. The King of Swords is putting things out on the table. This person is presenting information, offering information, providing the opportunity to communicate. I don't think he's prescribing action yet. In other words, I don't get the feeling like this King of Swords feels like he's saying, look, we need to talk. We don't need to act right now. We need to get everything out on the table first. We need to talk about what happened in the past and resolve that first, and then start taking some action to move toward resolution or a new beginning or an opportunity to act on what's known. And this Queen of Swords feels like this person on behalf of this Queen of Pentacles is like, you know what? You need to be cautious. You need to be careful. Whatever you find out, whatever information is brought to light, it's only going to make you feel worse about the situation. It's not going to make you feel better about the situation, and rightfully so, because not all has been revealed regarding the Seven of Swords energy. I think this Queen of Wands wants to make amends or wants a new beginning, but not everything is known yet. And when things are brought to light, it's going to deepen the hurt or cause this queen to go even more into self-protection mode. And that might mean I'm not talking to you, I'm not going to communicate, I'm not going to entertain this reunion or resolution. I'm not going to do it. It strongly feels like when she finds out the information that's been kept from her or that she hasn't known, it's going to take her a step back. It's going to cause more conflict. So I think this Queen of Wands has good intentions, but whatever occurred in the past was definitely something she has to accept responsibility for. And she's also kind of embracing this idea there's no hope. Once this Queen of Pentacles finds out the real truth or the rest of the truth or what really happened, it's going to take us back even further. I don't think other people disagree with her. I think this feels like a very complicated, complex situation. It's not going to be an easy resolution, if there is to be a resolution at all. But I think there's an attempt here. I think this King of Swords, at the very least, is on the right track with saying, look, we need to get everything out on the table first. We need to expose everything first. We need to make sure everybody's clear, on what occurred in the past, why people acted the way they did, why things resulted the way why the outcomes were the way they were. And then if there is to be some kind of resolution or reconciliation, that comes after all the information is known. Because I don't know that this Queen of Wands knows if this Queen of Pentacles is open to a reconciliation. She may have been in the past, but I think once this information is exposed or whatever she doesn't know is brought to the table, again, there's this feeling like she might step 2 steps backwards for every 1 step forward that she's made regarding progress towards resolution, towards whatever occurred with this Queen of Wands. And then there's this King of Cups sitting down here. I don't know what's going on with him. Can't tell you what's going on with this King of Cups. So I want to remind you, male or female, you can embody any of these energies. So don't get stuck on the gender of the cards. or the pronouns I'm using. But there's a King of Cups here who is emotionally attached to this Queen of Pentacles, who's affected by the situation. I can't tell, beyond the fact that this person is connected to this Queen of Pentacles, how else this person is involved. But he's definitely a piece of the puzzle. So Cancer, you're going to have to figure out the King of Cups on your own, because I don't have any information about him. Just that there is this third party that's involved in the situation, and he's tied to this Queen of Pentacles. Or is siding with, it could be that he's siding with the Queen of Pentacles. Is this the card I'm taking? This is the card I'm taking. I think this King of Cups is siding with this Queen of Pentacles. He sees that she was treated unfairly. He is clear on the fact that he thinks that this Queen of Pentacles was treated unfairly. So he's made his decision regarding the circumstances of the situation and is siding with this Queen of Pentacles, or is just associated with this Queen of Pentacles, and so by default he's siding with her. So we have the Nine of Air in reverse. This is one of my favorite cards. It did come up in reverse, however, so it's a potential blockage. The upright version is like a 3-page long passage, and while it's super long, it's one of my favorite cards. There's a lot to it. The Nine of Air would be the Nine of Swords, of course, in your traditional Rider-Waite. This card has definitely some in-depth and different meanings attached to it, so I'm going to read this for you. Again, it's a potential blockage if it's in reverse. So we'll see what this says and see what we can get from it. It's about a third of a page or so. Okay, Cancer, so here we go. All too often we allow fears, sometimes imagined fears, to prevent us from leading a happy, productive, and fulfilling life. We limit our potential because we imagine we will be laughed at. We do not express our thoughts and feelings because we fear what others will do or think of us if we are honest. We imagine failure, and so we may simply not try. The Nine of Air represents the opportunity to use our imagination to banish our imagined fears. You may have a fear of heights even if you have not fallen in reality because you have imagined falling. Or you may choose not to take an opportunity and try because you have imagined failure. Likewise, you may reject a potential relationship because you imagine it not working. But just as you imagine your worst fears, you may also imagine success. When you find your imagination taking you down a negative pathway, you can choose to take control of your dreams instead. It is in your power to shift and change all that you imagine. When you see failure, change it to success. When you imagine an ending, instead see a beginning. When you fall, learn how to fly. It is your imagination. It is yours to control, to manipulate, and to create. Imagine your fears away. I like this card. I like this ending for this reading. I think it's advice for both parties. And I say both parties meaning the Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Wands. There is a sense of wanting to reconcile, maybe have a new beginning, but there's this fear and this hesitation with regard to this reconciliation because there's a lack of hope. When everything is brought to light, there's no hope for reconciliation. Once I learn what I haven't been told or what's been kept from me, there is no hope for this reconciliation. We're trapped in this idea of feeling like it's hopeless. So perhaps if there is a reconciliation or an ability to move forward or past whatever occurred in the past between these two, perhaps the first step is to reimagine what could be and think more positively about what could be, especially with regard to communication and coming back together, if that's what's desired by both parties. I mean, obviously, if this is your reading, Cancer, there is some kind of, there's an indication here that both parties are at least considering it or thinking about this. The energy wouldn't be here if that wasn't the case, right? So at the very least, both parties are thinking about this relationship and the potential for moving forward. But this Queen of Pentacles in particular is really dwelling in some toxic energy. And most of it has to do with feeling wronged. Feeling like she can't nurture this relationship because she was wronged in the past. And there's no getting away from that. So if there is to be some kind of movement forward between these two, the very first thing that needs to happen, and this King of Swords is correct, you need to get everything out on the table, everything out in the open, and then move on from there. And then once you get past potentially that new conflict or the fight or the, you know, the argument that needs to happen because all of this new information has come to light. Once you get past that, then maybe you can grasp a hold of some hope to have a new beginning, to start again, to start fresh. Once you get past that. So I'm going to leave that here, Cancer. I hope this reading was helpful to you. I hope it resonated. If it did resonate, please give me a like, share, subscribe. If you'd like to leave a comment and share your story, I really love that when people are willing to explain in a comment how the reading applied to their real life situation. And it not only validates the reading for me, but I find it very interesting to see how these readings can apply to a variety of different situations depending on the person. So I want to say thank you again so much for joining me, Cancer. I really hope again that this reading was helpful to you, and I will see you next time. Bye, Cancer.